Hello all and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss the 11 wealthy tips that you should follow in your 20s that I sure wish I did, and I want to share with you. That way you won't make the same mistakes that I made. The first tip is to monetize your skills. Whatever you're skilled at, and guys, we all have a skill, no matter how small or how big it is, there's a skill that you have that you can help monetize. You want to at least once in your life, especially in your 20s, try things out. Try making a business out of the skill that you have. Let's say you're the go-to person when it comes to finances. Well, start a YouTube channel or start being a financial coach, but just try it and see if you can monetize it. Remember guys, working a 9 to 5 is something that's meant for you to sharpen your skills. There's things that you might learn in your 9 to 5 that you could do on your own to start your own business venture. So make sure you're leveraging whatever you're getting in your 9 to 5 job. The second tip is live a Formula One lifestyle. I know what you're thinking. What the hell is this guy talking about, Formula One lifestyle? So I'm big on analogy, so let me break it down to you this way. In Formula One, there's a straightaway. That's when you go as fast as you can, hit the DRS, and you're zooming. In life, that's the way you need to approach things. When things are going great and you find your niche or whatever you're good at, you gotta go 100 miles per hour directly as fast as you can, and you gobble up as much money as possible. But of course, you're gonna have to make that turn in life, and you're gonna see that wall approaching. That's when you need to learn how to use the brakes. That's when you know you have some type of important bills or debt coming up where you need to pump the brakes, slow down, start saving for that major event, take care of things you need to take care of, and once everything is back on track, now you speed up again. I mean guys, if you ever seen Formula One, they go from 150 down to 60, and within seconds later, they're back to 100. That's the lifestyle you need to follow. And it's not only with money, it's about opportunities. Know when the opportunity is there to strike, and when you see danger ahead, you slow down. The third tip is to avoid lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation, guys, is always gonna be there. The more money you make, the more you want to buy things that you always was delaying to buy. You're going to end up wanting to get the bigger house, the bigger car, better vacations, eating out better food. There's so many things that you're going to want to do, but you need to stay focused and recognize what you're doing right now is temporary. You're trying to build wealth. You don't want to increase that lifestyle, which is taking away all that money that you could be investing in and decreasing your chance of building wealth in the future less because you're starting to do things today, not worrying about your future. Number 4 is to improve your credit score. It doesn't matter what you do in life, guys. Your credit score is going to be important. Whether you're going to buy a home, you want to make sure you get the best mortgage rate. That way you're not paying so much in interest. Now, contrary to what Dave Ramsey says, which he doesn't believe in credit scores and you not having all that, that's great. If you want to live that life, that's wonderful. But I like to live a very simple, easily managed life, and if I have a great credit score, I know there's so many great opportunities with me getting a mortgage or whatever the case may be, rather than having no credit score and have to deal with manual underwriting and being so limited in the things I could do. Number 5 is to save money. Yes, I know it's cheesy, it's easy, everyone says save money. It's just what we know we need to save money. That's dumb. But you believe it or not, guys, people do not prioritize saving money. They rather spend and thinking they're gonna earn that money in the future. So why bother? Just enjoy life now. The future will take care of itself. But if you wanna be wealthy and you wanna be rich, you have to learn how to save. Saving is important, number 1, because you can build yourself an emergency fund, and when an emergency comes, it's just an inconvenience. Also, it's important because it teaches you the muscle of delaying gratification. In order to be rich and successful, guys, you gotta be able to delay your gratification. If you can't, you're not going to be able to save, you're not going to be able to invest, you make so many impulsive decisions when it comes to spending, and you're not going to win in the game of money. The 6th tip is invest in retirement accounts as early as possible. It doesn't matter the amount. It could be $100, it could be anything, but you definitely need to do it early. As early as the age of 18. If you get yourself a part-time job, well, guess what? Now you're able to open up a Roth IRA account. I don't care if it's even $50, but you build that muscle with putting money into investing, it's gonna grow tremendously. Guys, time and compound interest is your best friend. I really wish they taught me that in high school. And since we're talking about investing, there's something you need to do, and this is in tip number 7, which is investing consistently. You cannot stop your investing. The main thing you want to do is start small and gradually increase it. That way, you're not feeling so overwhelmed, but you need to start, because once you start, that's an opportunity for you to build so much wealth. Because guys, when it's all said and done, you don't want to be the one working all your life. You want your money to work for you. your whole life, and you will not have to work so much once your money is making more than what you can earn. That's why investing consistently is key. Tip number 8 is earn more money. Well, duh, of course you need to earn more money. How are you gonna survive in these times without earning more money? Well, you'll be surprised. So many people stay at their job getting cheap, measly raises, 1.5% to 2%. Doesn't even catch up to inflation. They don't get any promotions. They stay quiet and complacent and take only what is given to them. Now, if you're someone that wants to be wealthy, you have to understand quickly complacency is not your friend. You cannot stay in the same place stagnant. You got to move. Let your manager know the skills that you learned, that you want to get a raise, learn how to negotiate. If they don't want to give you anything, they don't want to negotiate or add value to your life, you move on. Go to a different company. No hard feelings. Because guys, when the days come that they start laying people off, they lay you off without even blinking. So any opportunities that you have to earn more money, you have to take it. I'm not saying you take money over happiness. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is if you're not happy with what you're doing and you're not getting paid well, it's time to move on. Well, tip number 9 is to minimize debt, especially consumer debt. We live in a society where so many people are trying to get credit card reward points and to travel, and then they never do it. They end up in a huge mess and a pile of credit card balances that they cannot pay off, and they're just paying their minimum payment. Yeah, you still might be able to use some of the rewards, but it's getting eaten up by the interest. The money you're paying for the credit cards, you could be using to investing into building wealth rather than paying the bank. You're getting the credit card companies rich rather than you getting yourself rich. Number 10 is to budget. Budget? Who the hell needs a budget? You don't need to write an Excel sheet and start typing in all these numbers and every day look at every little expense you do. But you need to have a snapshot of what you want to do. Let's say you're going on vacation, you're going to go to Italy because everyone and their mama is going to Italy. And you find out the cost is $3,000. What I mean by a budget is you find out how much money you need to save by a specific time and you start putting that money to the side to build up for it. That's all budget is, guys. It's letting you know what your priorities are. You don't need to get so strict with it. You need to just understand what your priorities are, what your goals are, and is that budget in line to what you want to do. And my last tip is to have a plan. You cannot just walk around all nilly-willy not knowing what your plan is. You gotta have a plan, a 5-year plan, a 1-year plan, a 6-month plan, a month plan, a weekly plan. Always create plans. That makes your big goal a lot easier to handle. And having a plan as well will curb all that overspending that you're doing, because now you're recognizing you have a goal in play and you need to be able to execute it. And in order for you to execute it, you reminding yourself, I have this plan, and you will not make that mistake. And as soon as you make that plan, you need to stick with it. Unless it's broken and it's bringing you unhappiness and it's horrible, then I get it, it's time to tweak it. But when you get it to the way that makes you feel more comfortable and make it a lot more achievable, hit your goal, you stick with it. That's the only way to build wealth, is sticking to it consistently. If you do anything in life, not only building wealth, anything, learning a new skill, if you stick with it and you're consistent, it's just gonna happen. And it's not gonna happen by mistake. It's gonna happen because you were consistent and you had a plan. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 11 wealth tips that I wish that I knew when I was in my 20s, but luckily I was able to learn it later on from life experiences, and I was able to redeem myself and put myself on the path to gain some wealth. And I'm choosing to share this information with anyone in their 20s because it's really important to know that you can start early to build wealth, and by the time you're in your 40s, you need to worry about all this nonsense, whether Social Security is gonna be around, how you're gonna survive. That's all gonna be taken care of, and you're gonna have all the choices and all the things that you wanna do in life, because time and consistency and with the compound interest is gonna give you a huge leg up that I wish I had in my 20s, but you're gonna do it. Trust me, I know you would do it because you're great. Well, guys, if you have any comments, drop it down below. I would love to read it. Hit a like, subscribe to this channel, and until next time, guys, catch you in the next video. Peace.